Welcome back to the center of it all. 2010 was a great year for movies, but the experts at the Electric Playground say there's a lot to look forward to in the new year.
I want you to take my hand. I want you to come with me on this adventure.
I'll go with you, but I don't want to touch you.
Okay, you don't have to take my hand, but will you come with me on this adventure?
Okay.
It's one of those projects that's been around for a long time. A lot of people have tried to do it. I think we approached it as a relationship story, and I think that's kind of what our version maybe had that some of the other versions didn't have. And it was really exciting to be able to really try to make the exact type of movie that we would like to go see, you know, which is a movie with action and comedy and drama, and one that's really about characters.
We've been wasting our potential. You a little bit more than me.
Seth and I have always wanted to do something about a hero and a sidekick. And when they came to us with this, it was game over. We were just like, yeah, this is the perfect project. Why not make it crazy action and make it funny and make it emotional?
Your name?
Hal Jordan.
The ring. It chose you. Use its power to defend our universe. Become one of us. Become a Green Lantern.
Wow. I know, right? Woo!
You are a vain, greedy, cruel boy.
I now take from you your power. I cast you out!
Ladies and gentlemen, the God of Thunder, Chris Hemsworth.
It was, a whole lot of looking at the comics and working out, how the guy postured and how he held this weapon.
To have fans that are so excited about the material before and people that you're really delivering to, I think, is every actor's dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Captain America, the first Avenger.
It's been fantastic. Everyone I'm working with has been great. The suit's fantastic, and it's just it's a thrill.
I play a staff sergeant who's about to retire, happy about that, gets pulled back into this alien warfare, has to take a platoon of young Marines into war, and we go through hell together, and we bond, and we lose some guys. We pick up Michelle Rodriguez's character, who's wonderful.
She ends up losing her entire platoon and having to shoot her way out of the situation in order to survive. So she meets these Marines who are professionals at that. You wouldn't want to be in the hands of anybody better. Next thing you know, you're in an adventure through the whole way.
Why do you live? Because I have something worth living for.
We bit off more than we could chew.
I'm on approach. Roger that.
There he is!
He's getting away!
Hang on.
Whoa! I knew I should have done carry on. Sorry, lady.
You may quest the way you like. I will quest the way I like. Here I come. Ow. This quest sucks. I shouldn't even be here. I will probably die on this quest. Courtney definitely will.
You're the fighter. You've got the fire, the spirit of a warrior.
That didn't really go as planned.
Jake Lonergan, turning you over to the federal marshal.
We're coming back!
AJ Peachy & Sons is a family-owned restaurant and store that's provided a wealth of goods and services to Centre County residents. Now, after a devastating fire last April, the owners talk about rebuilding from the ground up.
Oh, I had to think about it. Yeah, thought about it, but we decided not to.
That is Louis Peachy, founder of A.J. Peachy & Sons in Belleville, and his decision to move on after a devastating fire on the morning of April the 15th of last year, totally destroying his business, a Mifflin County landmark which opened in 1955 as a 30 by 60 foot butcher shop, which eventually grew into a 42,000 square foot facility housing a full-service grocery store, bakery, deli, craft shop, meat processing operation, and a full-service restaurant. Dan Kinnick runs ACT Management Consulting and is helping to transition Peachy's back from the blaze into a brand new facility that will open in late July of this year. Kinnick says the decision to rebuild from the ground up is because of Peachy's impact on the community.
The realization that the community without Peachy's would have had devastating effect economically from the perspective of people's employment and other things. They decided that there was definitely a place for Peachy's to remain here.
Kinnick says Peachy's remains a destination for many.
People who come here recognize Peachy's for its special feel. It's not one of those large box stores, impersonal, that type of thing. But when they come here, they like the feel. They want to be treated like they're at Peachy's. So it's like an escape for them.
Residents in the area come to Peachy's by horse, foot, and automobile, which only adds to its authentic charm. The temporary setup involves placing each element of the operation in separate, temporary housing modules with massive coolers and buildings and a campus-like organization in the back of each module to support each part of the business, with construction of the new store and restaurant going on in the background. Louis Peachy explains his reasons to rebuild.
I had backup support in my son. That was one reason that we decided to go. But yeah, it was. It would have been hard in a way to walk away, and yet it would have been the easiest way.
Aaron Peachy talks about the decision to move forward after the fire last April.
For us, it was more for me personally, it was more the community. The day of the fire, the day after the fire, a few days after that, all the people that came out to help. Another big factor for us was the employees. We have 90-some employees here, and this is their livelihood. And so we become a family, and we want to continue that. I feel like we're needed here.
Peachy talks about the biggest challenges in rebuilding and maintaining tradition.
It looks good out here, but there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes that on a day-to-day basis that isn't fun, and yet we're very happy to do it for our customers, and we're glad to be here.
Debris from the fire was removed by May the 15th, and the current modules went from a tent city to its current configuration by June the 15th of last year. Peachy talks about where the rebuilding phase is right now.
We have all the entities that we did before. We have the bakery, the restaurant, the craft shop. We're still curing our own meats, making our own sausage, but it's all being done in separate buildings. So you can imagine the coordination that goes into that brings that all together to be able to provide the same service that we did before the fire. And so that's a huge challenge. Along with that, just trying to coordinate the new building, working with the general contractors, making decisions. We actually had to sit down and design the building while all this other stuff was taking place. So it was challenging, but it was it's going to be rewarding, and that's what we're looking forward to.
A.J. Peachy & Sons employs almost 90 people, many of whom have been with the family-owned company for over 20 years. Another reason Louis Peachy, the company founder, is excited to move on.
To see the building opening up and getting involved and getting the operation moving. Yeah.
For the center of it all, I'm Jed Donahue.
Up next, we'll sit down with legendary Phillipsburg radio personality Sheldon Sharpless. Don't go away.